Hello everyone and welcome to my video all about our trying to conceive journey. I have footage from the last however many years and months we've been trying. I just really want to share it. I'm in a space now of feeling a lot of hope, as you will see along the way what happens. But I want to make this video so that when the time comes for us to share our positive news, the story is already, like, I don't feel like I need to preface it with this is our journey. And when it happens, it can just be it happening. And I cannot wait for that day. Here is our journey documented. We started trying for a baby in, I want to say, March 2023. We've decided we're ready to have a baby. I came off the pill in February 2023. It's coming up, like we're almost at the end of 2024. I have symptoms of pregnancy over the last few days. I just don't really feel like eating. As you can imagine, I'm just like overthinking it, watching whole lot of YouTube videos. There's like a faint second line. Is that not? So I think the tests I've been taking are just evaporation lines. I know with fertility, it can be a hard journey, and I don't know what sort of journey it's going to be for me. It is a little bit disheartening when you see the negatives come up. I've been sick over the weekend and had my first natural period since coming off the pill, so I've been pretty much doing nothing. Looking at colours to paint the spare room. So I love this colour. So now loves the darker greens, but basically we're planning on doing a feature wall with like paneling in one of these colours. Not the pink, these colours will work for a boy or a girl. And pink kind of goes with any of them. It's kind of cute because I always had green in my room. I can really envision coming down here with a pram and Frankie every morning as part of like a routine when I've got a baby. 1st of August. Looking like a strong negative. I am 56 days late for my period, up to day 90 something of my cycle. Went and had a blood test last week, so I'm hoping to hear back from the doctor today. But she said, you know, you can get pregnant anytime, like you could just ovulate and get pregnant. You don't have to have your period before your next, like, you know. So yeah, now I'm testing like every couple of weeks. Just got back my blood test results and they're all normal. So yeah, it means I don't have PCOS. My cholesterol's normal and I'm not pregnant. So where's my period? What's going on? Hopefully it just shows up now, because maybe the stress of not getting my period like prolonged me actually getting it, and now that I know there's nothing wrong, it might just show up. We'll see. We're like weighing up the option of moving to Australia. You know you're in Australia when this is a beautiful place to go for a stroll. Actually imagine coming down here. Yeah, me too. I'm on now day 22 of my period. And now I'm gonna go listen to a subliminal while I put on my makeup, because I need my period to go back to being regular and I need to get that all in check. I am going to a doctor on the 28th, so don't worry, I am doing other things other than a subliminal. I had my period for a total of 23 days. Yesterday I had like finally didn't have it anymore, and then today blood clot. I don't know So I'm like mildly, not so mildly concerned. Yesterday I found out I have anemia, so I'm always tired. It's like 9 months I've been having these problems with my period. I'm having an ultrasound on the 19th and they'll be able to detect whether there's like something making me bleed that much. I finally got my results from my internal ultrasound because I've been having problems with my period probably since last April. Kind of like not showing up for 100 and something days and then all of a sudden showing up and lasting for 30 days and having really long heavy periods, not being normal to the point where like, okay, we need to check your iron because you've been bleeding a lot, was anemic, hence my iron infusion. And the doctor came up to me while I was having my infusion and she said, hey, look, like your results have come back, everything's normal and healthy. There's only one finding, which is that you have borderline PCOS on your right ovary. So that means like I don't have PCOS, it's borderline. I was like, okay, so what do we do? Because like wanting to conceive and just life in general and managing my periods. So she's like, okay, your mission now is to get pregnant. Okay, I knew that. There's nothing they can actually do. It's just a thing that like maybe my periods will be crazy sometimes and I'll go back to normal, I'll still ovulate. So hopefully, touch wood, sending all the baby dust. Also putting trust into the universe with that as well, something out of my control. I feel like I'm being tested. A lot of shit's out of my control at the moment, which I'm not complaining about, but it's different, it's new. I know that we will conceive when it's meant to be and when our baby is ready to come into the world. I'm glad I now know what it is that's triggering these irregular, insane, heavy, random periods. And I'm happy that it's still possible for me to have a baby because I know that that's not the story for a lot of people. Now that I have that information, hopefully having iron back in my system might just kind of shove things back to being normal again. We will see. I'm now on day 31 of my period. My period finally finished too, touch wood. It went for 42 days. 42 days with a couple of spotting for a couple days. After that, I think I'm due to ovulate, and this makes me happy because obviously my periods are insane and it's nice to not be having a period. We want a baby, so ovulation is literally the key ingredient. Give me 2 minutes though. Got some answers. Obviously I've been facing some struggles with my period and my cycle and conceiving and stuff, so I went and got a second opinion at a different GP here in Melbourne, and she looked at my results from my ultrasound at the start of the year and took more blood tests. She's like, you have PCOS. Like, I don't know how you've not been diagnosed with it, because in the notes from the last doctor that looked at it, she had written borderline PCOS, which is what I thought I had, which I don't even know what that was. But borderline means like you don't have it, it's like almost there. She's like, the results literally show that you have it because it has to be over 20 and you have 22 and 25 on both ovaries. So I feel like that visit was so empowering. I learned so much. I learned I need another iron infusion because obviously my periods have been so heavy and I've just been losing a lot of blood and iron. And being vegetarian as well, I don't eat much like iron. She's given me a medication given me a medication that shortens my periods, and I have already like seen the benefits of that. I was already on like day 4 or something like that. She's like, just take it now. And I usually would have like anywhere between 20 to 40 days of bleeding, and I only bleed for like 8 days, and that is like, I can cry. That is a miracle. Not only did she give me medication to regulate my bleeding, she gave me medication that is going to increase ovulation and cycle regularity. So that's going to help with my goal of conception. I feel so empowered, and like having PCOS, I've always had a gut feeling I've got it. It doesn't mean that you can't have babies, it just means it's more difficult to ovulate, and there's so many ways to increase the chances of that. And people that have PCOS have babies all the time, and I'm so lucky that I already knew that, and that I had like done my research, and I follow so many people already that have PCOS that have children, so it didn't scare me. But there would have been a time where hearing that would have scared me. So I got the key to my new place, and I'm standing here right now. For the last month, my cycle's been pretty normal. So I had like a 5-day period, which is pretty good for me. So hopefully that means the metformin's working, but I have been referred to a fertility specialist, so they might be able to help me. This is the vision board I've made for the end of the year. October, November, December 2024. Hi. Okay, so I think I might be pregnant, but I can't get excited yet because it is the most faint positive line you ever did see. You can never see it on the camera the same way as you can in real life. But there is a second line there. I don't know if you can see that. To the naked eye, it's pink. It's a pinky second line right there. I don't know. Evap lines have got me real good before, and I've like thought I was pregnant and then I wasn't, so I don't want to get too excited, but this could be it. This could be it. I'm going to test again in the AM. So update, obviously last night I did the pregnancy test. This morning I woke up, did a couple of tests, a little bit disheartened because the lines came out fainter than last night. I've been worried all day, so scared that I was going to come home and have like a non-pregnant moment and be like, damn. But I've just taken 2 clear blue like normal stream tests, and then I took a digital, and look, 1 to 2 weeks pregnant, which means I conceived 1 to 2 weeks ago. It means I'm 3 to 4 weeks pregnant based on what the thingy says, but holy cow. And look how much clearer clear blue is, like that line there. So Salau's about to come home. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. I'm so scared though. Like so scared, because I'm still very early. Like it says 1 to 2 weeks, but that means like, yeah, conceived 1 to 2 weeks ago, but then they add another 2 weeks on because like technically you're pregnant for 38 weeks, but they count it from the first day of your last period, so that would make me like 3 to 4 weeks now, not 1 to 2. And the one little thing the last couple of days that made me think like maybe I'm pregnant is because I'm doing all these little weird quiet burp things, and I don't really burp, and they're not even like a burp. I don't even know how to describe it. Pregnancy burps. That's what I've been getting. And I have been waking up hungry and then not hungry at all come nighttime. Like I'm like, I don't need any food, I'm good. And even at work, I've only been back to work for 2 days, but I usually stuff my face with chocolate. Not stuff my face, but we are allowed to take like little chocolates from the like chocolate stand at work, you know, as you go through the day. And I've not gravitated to them at all since getting back. Like I've not had one. And that is really weird because it's chocolate. So I've not felt like it. All I've felt like is my oats and yogurt and some fruit. Like, I don't know, feel a bit like bloated and gross and just don't want to eat. So that explains it. It's because I'm pregnant. Holy cow, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I can't even believe this right now. Literally, metformin helped so much. This probably would have happened so much sooner for me if the doctors I went to begin with like knew what they were doing. Because this doctor I went to was like, you have PCOS, we need to put you on metformin so that you can conceive. Literally within 3 months, I have a result. So I didn't even think it was possible for me. Like last night when I got my first pregnancy result that I didn't really know to believe yet or not, I put it down and I just went and like distracted myself for 3 minutes and then came back and looked at the result, and that's the first time I've really done that. Like I love to like just watch it and think like, oh, is it gonna be this? Is it gonna be the time? But the one time that it actually was a positive, I didn't record it.
Let me see.
Pregnant.
Wait.
I just took it before. I'm pregnant! I'm actually pregnant! Oh my god! Oh!
Are you sure?
Yeah! What do you mean am I sure? Hello. Just set you up there because you get a nice view of the tree that I put up today. It is the 3rd of November and I thought I'd just come on here and make a little chatty insert. I'm going to get the accurate due date this week on Thursday. I have my first scan, which is so exciting. I am so nervous for it though. I'm hoping that everything is healthy and sticking and just like, I don't know, those nerves are so... I had knots in my stomach before thinking about it. So I don't really like have a confirmation of how far along I am right now, but that's just kind of what the GP's said and what my app is saying at the moment. But because I obviously have a history of PCOS, my traits can be a little bit like untrustworthy. My first signs and symptoms were, thinking back, like when my parents were here, I would have been very, very, very early along, obviously. But when we went out for dinner, I didn't really feel like much to eat. Like I was not hungry in the evenings at all. Didn't even feel like drinking, which is great. And in the morning, I felt like I was so hungry at like 6 or 7 a.m. and I would come down and eat, which is not necessarily normal of me. So they were like early signs that I kind of like, I guess noticed, but didn't think too much of because I thought maybe it was just like the week before my period and it was just all weird or something. Because obviously being on metformin, which I got prescribed from my doctor, a great doctor who I had second opinions from because it was a long journey and the trying to conceive journey because of my PCOS and crazy irregular periods. Like I was sometimes bleeding for 40 days or more and not really knowing if I was ovulating. But I finally got a second opinion from a doctor that really knows what she's doing, and she prescribed me the medications I needed to get things moving, and now I have results. Like it was a matter of 3 months. I'm so grateful and like can't even really believe that I'm sat here making this video saying like I'm pregnant. I'm so excited, and it's gonna be like the 12-13 week period the week before Christmas, which is exciting because we'll be able to announce it to the world like just before Christmas, and it's just going to be me and Salah this year for Christmas, which is quite quiet, but it'll be like a cozy, nice, like exciting thing to share with friends and family. And who knows, next year we may be back in New Zealand for Christmas, we may still be here, we're still kind of trying to figure out what's happening there, but I do know that we'll probably be in Melbourne for the birth of our baby, and the baby will be due around my 30th birthday. Can you believe it? But yeah, sorry, I feel like this video is all over the place, mainly because I have a lot to say and don't really know where to start, and because I feel like I already have baby brain. The other thing I was going to say is another symptom I've been having is the burps. Like I have been burping, and it's like little tiny burps and then like reflux, but then I have like bigger burps too, and I'm like, I'm not usually a burpy person, like this is weird. And yeah, it's because it's a pregnancy symptom. But yeah, I haven't had any major like other symptoms yet, but it's early days because obviously I'm going on 6 weeks now. allegedly, because I haven't had my proper scan yet, so we will find out this Thursday. I'm so excited to fly home next Wednesday night and tell my family. I feel like once they know, it'll feel more real, because, you know, when you're talking about it with the people around you, it feels more real. Hello. Today is quite a weird day. Not last night, but the night before, I got a call from my doctor saying that she was concerned about the HCG levels in my blood test. And so she was like, don't panic, it might just mean you are less along than we think, like you might be quite early. But of course, naturally I panicked. And then I bought some tests and stuff, and then I did a digital one because I feel like the lines are just so like, they're faint and then they're not faint, and then it depends on what P you use. So I used a digital one. Also, that depends on what urine you use as well. But I came back not pregnant, and I just absolutely bawled my eyes out yesterday morning. Took it at 4 AM the following morning from that phone call, and then I started to get like a pink smudge in my pee, and then I started bleeding like a couple of hours later. I was like, oh god, here we go. This is what a miscarriage is like. So I have spent yesterday being really upset, kind of calmed myself down, started looking up like hopeful videos of people that like have gone through this, and it's been positive and they actually still have a healthy baby growing. So at the moment I've not had any tests done because yesterday was a public holiday. Sorry, my dog is literally chewing a bone at my feet. And I am about to go get a scan, and I am a little bit nervous because it's either going to be like confirmation of what we know, finding out something else that I don't want, or hopefully, if this is a miracle, and miracles are possible and they do happen every day, then it could be a baby. But why am I bleeding? So, and why are my HCG levels so low? So yeah, I went and got my bloods done just before, and so that's done. I'll get the results for those tomorrow morning. And then I had a few hours to fill in, so I went and redid my nails because they were very grown out and in my way, and it'll just feel nice as like a token of hope, because I'm feeling hopeful. There's this baby grow that I walk past every day in Watsonia. It's handmade crochet, and do you know, I thought if it's 3 to 6 months, I'll buy it. And sure enough, like the last one that was left in the window is 3 to 6 months. Wild. So I'll just get it out of the bag and show you. And the store is called Freckly Ollie. Freckly Ollie, and it's got a little dog. Oh, look at it. Look at this. It's so beautiful, and it's so soft. So y'all, this is my hope baby grow. This is my token. I know I have these tokens as well, which are the ones that I bought a while back because I love these pink. Now I need to manifest a girl. I mean, I'll be happy with anything, but I do hope to have a girl one day. Now I have 3 little baby grows. Look how cute this one is. It's beautiful. So I am going to go drink a litre of water and go to my scan and not pee. I have come to terms with this probably is a miscarriage, and you know, I have hope that now I can actually get pregnant. But yeah, yesterday was tough. It would be amazing to have a little miracle. Anyway, wish me luck. Bye. Oh, this is exciting. I have a straight smiley face. Okay, so these are the tests that I just took before. And oh look, there's like lines. I don't know if you can see it. You can definitely see the top one. It's blue, like it's not like just a shadow. So I just thought I'd show you my planned line progression. These look like they're positives because there's a line, but that did not show up in the first few minutes, and it is an evaporation line, because I've heard that this brand have like really bad blue evaporation lines, and the evap lines are never like a full line. They look thinner than than the actual test line. So yeah, that's very confusing. So then I decided to get first response because I was sick of the bad evaporation lines, because evaporation lines are supposed to be like grey, but these come out full blue. I like to buy these ones because it comes with that digital one that says, you know, 1 to 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, or whatever. I would only use that if I really did see a test where I thought, you know what, this looks like it could be positive. So then I would take the digital to confirm that. But yeah, then last night I took one and it is a very negative, and then this morning I took one just in case, because first morning is more reliable, and as you can see it is a very negative. So that is this cycle, I would say, pretty much out. But just because I'm out this cycle does not mean I've lost hope. Like, having my miscarriage at the start of this month weirdly gave me hope. Like, that is the most we've come in actually getting pregnant. Like, it is possible. So I hope that next time I get pregnant it stays. I do feel much more hopeful now, which is a good thing. The trying to conceive journey is, oh my gosh, like you start out thinking, oh, I'll fall pregnant within a couple of months or whatever. But I mean, some people do, and they are so lucky. But I just feel like going through this journey is going to make us so grateful when we have our baby. Like, so grateful, because I know it's something that happens every day, and that gives me hope. Like, okay, if it happens to people every day, why not me? It is a miracle, and it is just going to feel so amazingly wholesome when it happens. It's been a journey, and now I feel like we're finally at the stage of having a whole lot of hope. So I hope that we create this video and it's like this rounded story, and then I can create a separate video when the time does come to be like, oh my god, it's happened, we're pregnant, and I don't have to have like a whole backlog of journey stories clouding that video, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, you got a little lady there.